Hey, what is up, all my fellow nerds, geeks, geekettes, comic book readers, and video game players all around the world? This is the Proud Nerd, and I am happily back in a brand new action figure video review for all of you. And today we are doing something very different. We are looking at a Marvel figure. And a milestone, my very first Marvel figure that I'm ever reviewing. And you guys know that I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. You've seen the comic books I collect of him, and I really love Deadpool. I love the movie. I want to play the game. I haven't gotten to playing it yet, and I just love who this character is all in general. I just love that he's such a smartass and he's foul-mouthed. He doesn't care if he offends you. And yeah, I just love this figure. I love the character. And I want to give Marvel a little bit of love, you know? Because I'm always reviewing Star Wars and DC figures and Assassin's Creed figures. So today, it's Marvel's turn. Now, before we get into the figure, you guys might know, if you've seen my Deathstroke review, you know that I traded this particular figure for Deathstroke, and I gave a Deadpool to AJ because she bought Deathstroke for me. So how do I have Deadpool back? You're right. Immediately you're right. The first thing that comes to your mind, we broke up. Yeah. I'm not going to get too much into it. It sucks. And yeah, my heart's broken, but you know what? Life's a bitch. I'm moving on, and I'm moving on with life just like I'm moving on in this review. So, let's look at Deadpool. Okay, first initial thoughts. Wow, this figure is mega impressive. I am just in love with this figure. And for a while, I really regretted, not having him. But now that I have him back, I gotta say, I am really happy. Just giving you guys a 360 view of him. Man, look at him. He is just badass. Before we look at him, let's look at the base he comes with. Is he gonna stand? Yep. Alright. I love that it's in two separate pieces, so you can connect it. That's a nice touch. And I love on the brick wall, you have all these bullet holes. It's just riddled with bullet holes. It's like, holy crap, Deadpool, who was shooting at you? My guess is it's Francis. And as Deadpool would say, a 10-pound sack of assholes named Francis. Or it could have been Colossus, that big crumb cock gobbler. Who knows? I know him and Colossus are kind of friends, but they don't always get along either. So it's very possible, and there goes Deadpool. It's very possible Colossus could have been shotting at Deadpool here. But man, look at that. I love how has that nice textury feel to it. And it's just got all this beautiful weathering in it. Like, it looks like a real brick wall. That is so cool. And you got that crack right there, if you guys can see that right there. Chipping off there. Just a big chunk of the wall came out. It is really nicely detailed. And looking at the bottom of the base, you have all these bullet shells on here, which looks really cool. And you got all this beautiful paint on here that just looks magnificent. I know I've never used that word, magnificent. And you know what this reminds me of? The Hot Toys base for their Terminator figure, for their T-800. Yeah, he does come with a base that's also similar to this, and it's just riddled with bullets. I don't have that figure because I can't afford Hot Toys or Sideshow Collectibles, but I have seen reviews of that figure, and yeah, this definitely reminds me of that. Who knows, maybe this right here, maybe this could have been where Sideshow Collectibles got that idea. Who knows? Yeah, very nicely detailed, and you can see that peg sticking out because that's where you stick Deadpool's foot in, because sometimes he's hard getting to stand on his own. Like, he will stand, it's just a real pain. See? Not a problem. You have to finagle with him a bit, but he does stand. And let's look at all of his weapons, because he comes with a lot of them. First, his AK-47, I think. I have no idea. I know absolutely nothing about guns. I am not that knowledgeable about them. But this gun, it's very nicely detailed. Just beautiful, beautiful paint apps. And beautiful sculpting and detailing. It looks like the real thing, just smaller. And I love that it's not rubbery. It's very tough. This will not break easily. That is nice. It's very, very tough. Very solid. I am very, very happy about that. Next, we'll look at one of his scythes. And not much to it, just nice sculpting and a nice silver paint there. But I will say, I do love the rivets on here. And these rivets are also on his katanas, so that way the weapons stay firmly in his grasp. That is a very nice touch. That is just really cool. Yeah, because sadly, Deadpool's grip is a little bit loose, but these rivets keep his weapons in place. I love that. That is nice. Why can't more action figure companies do that with their action figures that have loose grips? That would be nice. And not much to the other one. It's just the same exact thing. And we'll look at his katana, which I love. Look at that. Beautiful. I love how the light is shining off of it. You got nice detailing down here. Nice sculpting. Nice paint apps. Nice gold painted right there. That is just beautiful. Look at that. Look how the light is just shining off of it, or making it shine. That is cool. And this is a little rubbery. I wouldn't say rubbery. It's flexible. As long as you're careful, this will not break on you either. Very sturdy. Flexible, but sturdy. I like that. And it's just the same thing with this katana, but this one's a little different. I like that black mark right there. Was that intentional? Was it an accident? I don't know. All I do know is that looks cool. And I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but on the katana, like right there, that looks like red little lines. Maybe it could be Francis's blood. Who knows? Alright, and now we'll take a look at his pistols. Come on, Deadpool. And there it goes. He plays Deadpool back on his base. Here we go. The guns are very nicely detailed. No differences between them. They're the same thing. But man, look at that. That's beautiful, beautiful detailing. And they fit in his hands perfectly. I am very impressed with this. I like that a lot. And now we move on to the merc with the mouth himself. Deadpool. Captain Deadpool. Nah, just Deadpool. I freaking love that movie. That movie is awesome. And wow. Again, first initial thoughts on the figure. He is just so freaking cool. He's not the best articulated, but we'll get to that in a minute. Just look at all that awesome detailing that went into him. And you can see the veins on his bicep there. It looks awesome. And I love that his individual pouches on his gun holster, no doubt keeping bullets in there. Or maybe condoms. Who knows? With Deadpool, you don't know. Maybe it's both. Maybe he keeps both condoms and bullets in here. Because when you have a hole, you just gotta fill it. As Deadpool would say. Man, I just love that detailing on him. More pouches in the back. Man, and that's where you can put his katanas right there. That looks awesome. And I love the knife here. And I love in the movie when he pulls it out. You ever see 127 Hours? Spoiler alert. But sadly, this knife is not removable. It is permanently sculpted in there. Oh well, no big deal. And same thing with this knife. Permanently sculpted in there. It's just for show. And let's get a really good look at that face. That is nicely done. Very nicely done. It's very comic book accurate. I love that. And I love the shading on the side of his head there to really look like his mask has been worn and he's been through battles. He is just an awesome figure. I love that wrinkle right in the back of his mask there. And there's the droop. And if you guys can see it, he has sculpting above his eyebrows to really make it look like he's just making that fuck you, Francis face, you know? How tough can he be with a name like Francis? It's his legal name. He got Ajax from the dish soap. Oh man, such an awesome movie. Yeah, I really love this figure a lot. And when I saw in the movie when he cut his hand off, I tried getting his hand off, but I didn't want to risk breaking the peg. So don't do that, guys, to this figure. He's one of a kind. He's beautiful, beautiful figure. So don't ruin him, okay? And now we go over articulation, I believe. Focus, there we go. His head can turn, can do a 360 if you want, but the knife here stops him from turning his head all the way around. He can look down, not at all. He can look up a fair amount, but not that much. He does have a pivot in his head, so he can kind of tilt his head, but just a little. And his arms can fully rotate. Sort of. There we go, fully rotate. They can go out that much. I know that's not very much, but you can do this. And he can be like, go! Yeah! I just chopped Francis's head off and I kicked it into the goal! Or maybe he just got done having sex with Vanessa again. And he's cheering about it. And no waist. Wait, no, hold on, I'm wrong. There is a waist swivel. Look at that, that's nice. I've never noticed that. And Deadpool's the only person that can do that. By the way, I love that on his belt right there. And if you guys have seen the original movie poster, this is what it was. Just his crotch, and he's holding a gun, and he's straightening out his crotch area, and it says, wait till you get a load of me. I love it. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic here. And his wrist can swivel. He has a single bend Sorry, guys. Single bend in the elbow. But that's okay. His legs, they move out about that far. And it has this weird hinge in here. You can rotate it around to kind of differ the articulation, I want to say. And yes, he does have a thigh cut. And you can get his legs to move out about that far. Which isn't very far, but it's a decent amount. And yeah, this is no Marvel Legends figure, so it's not going to be super articulated. But he does have the double jointed knees. You guys know how much I love that. Yes! Thank you, Deadpool. Thank you for the double jointed knees. I love you. And his feet, oh, they swivel on their own. Nice. And they can go up and down a bit. No ankle pivot. None. That's kind of disappointing, but oh well. Let's put his weapons back in his hands. And in one hand, I'm going to have him holding a gun. And yes, you can store all of his weapons on him if you really wanted to. At least I think. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try storing all of his weapons just on him. Put his katanas in there. That looks good. Beautiful. Next, you got his handguns. And his sights. And the AK-47. So you can almost store all of his weapons on him. Almost. Maybe if you wanted to do this with like the AK-47. Nah. You can almost store all of his weapons on him. Almost. Which is a nice touch. And that's very much appreciated. Alright, let's get it. Yeah, holding his katana. Wielding a gun. Oops. Yeah, that looks badass. This is so confusing. Is it sexist not to hit you? Is it even more sexist not to hit you? The line just gets so blurry. So I'm just going to shoot you. And I love this. Oh, I'm touching myself tonight. Oh, God. I could just go on and on about that movie and everything awesome about it. Can't wait for the second one. It's going to be epic. Alright. Size comparison time. See, he does have a hard time standing. But eventually you can get him to stand. Just takes some finagling, but he will get there. And now, size comparison time. Move his weapons out of the way. Just to really give you guys an example of how tall he is, here he is next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man. Look how much taller Deadpool is. That is incredible. Nice. And here he is next to DC Collectibles Batman from Arkham Knight. Dang it. Yeah, Deadpool's still taller. And this is a figure much larger than Deadpool I have. And he is my favorite Batman figure I own. My Play Arts Kai, Batman Arkham Knight Batman, who has a very hard time standing on his own. Dang! Batman is definitely taller than Deadpool. Just towers over him. Man, I love these figures. They're badass. Alright, so, what do I rate the figure? With the articulation, I would say it holds it back, but just with all the accessories you get with it, and just how beautifully detailed and sculpted he is, and the base, he's getting a 10. A perfect 10 out of 10 from me. I just absolutely love this figure. I love all of his accessories and the base he comes with. Yes, I do wish the articulation was much, much better, but it is what it is. The accessories in the base and the beautiful detailing and sculpting more than make up for it. If you guys want to add this Deadpool to your collection, he is available on Amazon, and I think on Big Bad Toy Store. I'm not sure. If he is, there will be a link in the description below. Alright, come on, Deadpool, stand. Thank you. Alright guys, that was my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. And follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And if you want to check out Posing Action Figures, link will also be in the description to that down below. And also guys, I just want to say, I am almost at 300 subscribers. When I first started this YouTube channel, especially action figure reviewing, I only had like 85. And now I'm almost to 300. Wow. Thank you guys so much. I know I don't get a lot of views, but for what I do get, I'm very thankful to you guys. You guys rock. You're the best. And also, I do have an extra Kylo Ren. He will be for sale if anybody wants him. If you guys want to talk about that, hit me up on Facebook and we will chat. Alright guys, this is the Proud Nerd saying to all of my fellow nerds out there to stay nerdy. Peace. And subscribe for Deadpool. Because I'm awesome.